Hey, welcome to Crazy Biatch Asians. This is a podcast where we discuss the issues Asians can face in the Western world with a critical mind, a bit of healthy debate, and lots of tea. Hosted by Sydney-based digital marketer Sharon Jiang and journalist Juna Zhu.
Hey. Astrology? Phew. From lucky numbers to dreams about pigs and gifts that symbolise death, we're diving into the weird and wonderful world of Asian superstitions. So say goodbye to bad luck and hello to good jujus, long life and prosperity. Shazza? What number episode is this again?
I believe it is number 8.
Yep, lucky number 8. I don't think we could label ourselves Asian if we didn't dedicate this episode to the world of superstitions. All over Asia, superstitions play an integral part in everything people do, from the way they structure their daily routine to the way they run their businesses, and even how they manage relationships with friends and family. There's no definitive reason as to how these superstitions came to exist, but they've somehow lived on. It's interesting to think that Asian families have carried these superstitions into Western cultures. They're just a part of our culture as Asians, just like the food our parents cook for us and holidays we still celebrate. Hello, Lunar New Year.
Absolutely. And superstitions can definitely play a big part in everyday decisions as well as big life decisions. But sometimes, like astrology, superstitions are just fun to talk about. So we're dedicating a whole episode to it. Also, just want to point out that we will be focusing mainly on East Asian superstitions, namely China and Korea, as those are our personal cultural backgrounds. So if you're from any other Asian country, South Asia, Southeast Asia, please write in your cultural superstitions.
I would love to hear some others.
Me too,
Yeah.
Exactly. So question, Juna, do you believe in superstitions?
Oh, okay. Well, look, I've never been one to swear by superstitions at all. And growing up, I actually always laughed when I saw Asians driving cars with number plates 88888888888.
All the good luck.
All the good luck. However, growing up, I have noticed that I'm actually quite superstitious. I mean, if I can avoid bad luck and evil spirits just by half-heartedly following a few beliefs here and there, then of course I will. And let's be honest, I need all the good luck I can get right now. However, I will never be one where my life revolves around superstitions, because when it gets to that point, these beliefs can do more harm than good because they end up controlling your life. And you get stuck in this unhealthy mentality where if you make one bad move, then all hell is going to break loose.
100%.
What about you?
I do agree with you. That is very true. It's not a good idea to live every second of your life based on some woo-woo superstitions. But I actually find some of the superstitions quite fun to believe in. So like you mentioned, the car number plate of 1,000,000,008, because 8 is a lucky number in Asia, hence this episode. My parents used to joke about people who had the number plate sequence of 164. So in Chinese, that's 164, which sounds like 一路死, which roughly translates to die on the road. So my parents would also refuse to buy an apartment on the 4th floor because the number 4 in Chinese, 死, sounds like death, 死. I remember apartment hunting in Sydney where a real estate agent said that they completely removed the 4th floor because of the Chinese superstition.
Yeah, a lot of apartments, they just don't have the number 4.
Exactly.
Or 13.
Or 13,
because
that's
it equates
true.
to 4.
So basically, when you enter the elevator, there's no button for 4.
Yeah.
You've just skipped the number. The floor number after 3 is 5. So there's actually a term for this called tetraphobia, the practice of avoiding the number 4. This mostly relates to Chinese people, but is also relevant to Japanese, Vietnamese, and Korean, as their words for 4 also sound like death. That's a pretty drastic move for an Australian developer to make, but I think they were trying to sell to Asian customers with
Money.
With money. I was actually just surprised that this Chinese superstition somehow carried over to Bondi Beach. One of the most Aussie places to be, like a super western suburb. But how about your family? Are they big into it?
Look, we all know that I grew up in a banana household. That is, my family is very westernized, even though we do look Asian on the outside. But there were definitely superstitions sprinkled into my upbringing. Firstly, the belief, again, that some numbers are auspicious. There was the lucky number 8 and then the unlucky number 4, which represents death, as mentioned before. And then this carried over into property. Our phone numbers. So my parents' phone numbers end in 888. My mum's 88.
Same here. Are we living the same life?
Yeah, basically. And my phone number has quite a few 8s in it.
Yeah.
And I think this is the belief that is ingrained into my way of thinking today. So it's kind of so silly to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway because it's kind of funny. But when I go for runs, I can't end my run on 4K exactly or run for 40 minutes because I'm like, what if that's a bad omen to start the day on? That is so silly.
Whatever works for you.
Oh my God, don't come at me.
Whatever works, honestly. Don't come at Gina, whatever works.
And then there was the whole feng shui of our household.
Oh, 100%.
So things like never placing your bed in front of a mirror because mirrors are said to be portals of ghosts, and some believe that a mirror might be used to steal your soul. And then there was the general chopstick etiquette, like never sticking your chopsticks directly into food or rice because that's seen as a curse, because it reminds people of the incense used at a funeral.
Yes.
I also grew up knowing that in the Japanese culture, welcoming a cat at the office or home is considered to bring fortune and success, which explains why you see that lucky cat. Those lucky cat figurines with the hand.
That's my
And
favorite.
like all the posters in restaurants and shops. Like my family never put any of those
Oh my God.
things up, but I grew up
so cute.
learning that was why
Yeah.
a lot of shops and restaurants had that hand
Okay,
cat.
I
cat.
see.
Yeah. What about you?
So my family are actually the same with phone numbers, but also the feng shui thing is super legit.
Yeah.
Like that stuff is so legit. My family is really into that stuff. I remember they invited a feng shui master to rearrange our home.
What?
And I laughed at it.
Wait, do you just are there
There's
feng shui
masters, 100%. So when I was 10 years old, we had this old Chinese guy come into our house and feng shuied our whole home. But reading more about feng shui, lots of the rules actually make sense. So, for example, when designing a home office, you should always have your office chair against a wall so that your back is turned towards a wall and you face the door.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
This is
I
called
got
the
great feng
command
shui.
position, where the belief is no bad energy flows behind you and you have a full view of the room. So maybe it's just because I watch a lot of murder shows and murder podcasts. It actually makes total sense because if you have your back towards the room,
Yeah, you have total control of everything in front of you.
No.
Oh.
If you have your
What?
back towards the empty room, some dude can come in and with like a knife and you'll have no idea. That's like a massive rule in feng shui, and that's how a lot of people arrange their living rooms as well, in a command position where you can see the door.
Okay, I have a dilemma with one superstition though.
Okay, yeah.
Which has left me at a crossroads living as an Asian Australian. So the number 6 in Cantonese sounds like good fortune or happiness, which is why it's considered a good luck number for business.
Yeah.
And lots of people actually sign business contracts on the 6th month or the 6th day of a month and so forth. But then in Western culture, number 6 is probably the most unlucky of all. Like 666.
I didn't know that was unlucky.
Yeah. And like 6 cents, 6, everything
Is
6.
it?
Yeah, it's
I had no idea.
super unlucky.
Why is that? What does 6 sound like? 6 sounds like sex. So technically it shouldn't be a bad thing.
Well, according to the Western culture, it's really bad luck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like,
Oh
what do
my
I believe
God.
in? The good luck or the bad luck?
Oh, that's so true. That's a tough one. I reckon go for the good luck one.
Yeah.
Because the bad luck one doesn't make any sense. What's the reason? Is it a sixth sense?
I
Is
don't know.
that what
I have
it
to
is?
Google into this. I've
That
never
is
actually
so
Googled into that.
weird.
Yeah.
Well, I've not come across any contradictions like that. I don't think I remember one in Australia where it contradicts against an Asian one, but I have come across a lot of similarities. So, for example, in both the West, for example, Australia, and the East, like China, it's good luck for a bird to poop on you. So, funny story, in primary school, a bird crapped on my head, and thankfully I was wearing a hat. But the shit part was, my friend who was sitting next to me, the poo like bounced off of my hat and like into her mouth.
Shut up.
So I was mortified.
Into her mouth?
Yeah, she was mortified. I was mortified, but also laughing at her.
Into her mouth.
So obviously the teachers were trying to make us feel better. They were trying to console us, and all of them just said, "Don't worry, it's good luck. Good luck to get crapped on, but also maybe good luck to go in your mouth." I don't know. And then when I went home to tell my mum, she said the same thing. So I'm like, oh, the Western teacher said it, but you also believe that too. So it's like a overlapping superstition.
I have this thing with the whole bird pooping and good luck. I think it's just to make yourself feel better.
100%. That's literally what it is.
Okay, we've touched on probably the most common Asian superstitions, but what about the weird and wonderful ones that aren't as prominent in the Western world? We've picked out what we think are the best ones of the lot. So, I'll go first.
Yes, you go.
My first one. We all know fried chicken or cooked chicken anyway is extremely popular in Korea. But in Korean culture, there's a superstition that says a wife should refrain from feeding her husband chicken wings because then he will fly away and cheat on her. A site called Korean Classic 101 suggests that this could be because the Korean word for wind is param. I hope I pronounced that correctly.
Param. Oh.
Which is also Korean for affair. Juicy chicken equates to juicy dramas.
Oh my god. I wonder who made that one up. Going along the lines of food, in Chinese culture, it's lucky to eat super long noodles. So you may have seen this in Chinatown. Those noodle makers in the window, like pulling those long
I love watching that.
strands. Yeah, like those long strands of dough. They're called longevity noodles, 长寿面, where the length and continuity of the noodle is symbolic of the eater's life. But the noodles must be uncut because cut noodles represent a cut in longevity.
Is there a specific length as to how long?
Oh, I don't know.
What happens if it's cut at 40 centimetres?
Oh my god. I reckon that's literally just death.
Does it need it be cut at 8 centimetres or 17
You
centimetres?
can do that for your enemy. If you really hate someone, cut them like long noodles at 40 centimetres and you're done. I actually don't know what the length is, just as long as possible. You've seen them pull it out the window.
I can't believe they can make one string of dough turn into 100
I know.
million,
They're like, they do this and they like whack it on the table.
Awesome. What
and
a
they
great arm workout.
It's so true. I'm hungry just talking about noodles. Oh my god.
Okay, second one for me is there's an old Chinese saying that goes, a purse on the floor is money out the door.
Oh.
So putting your purse on the ground is said to suggest that you don't care about your wealth, have had a hard time managing your finances, and will end up poor. I never, ever put my handbag or any of my belongings on the floor and never will for pure hygiene reasons. And now this is just more reason to never do it because I spend enough money as it is and I can't lose another cent.
Okay, thinking about this, I've done this a couple of times, but hear me out. If it's an expensive bag or if it's your purse, it's your day bag, you know, it's the bag that you're carrying, never on the floor. But what if it's like a crappy Woolies shopping bag?
It's fine if there's groceries in it. It just can't have your personal belongings like your phone and your wallet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I wouldn't even put like a duffel bag on the ground or something because just hygiene reasons.
Yeah, hygiene reasons.
Maybe don't put hand-pulled noodles. A bag full of hand-pulled noodles on the ground.
That would be the worst luck. that would be, what would that represent?
Short life and
On the floor.
on the floor.
Short life on the...
with a peasant short life.
Okay, so I've got one to do with present giving. And this might come in handy for you guys out there with traditional Asian parents or parents-in-law. So if you want to impress your girlfriend or boyfriend's Asian parents, hear me out. Never buy a Chinese person a clock. The saying, giving a clock, 送钟, sounds exactly like the Chinese words for attending a funeral. They also symbolize the running out of time, so you're basically wishing someone death if you give them a clock.
What?
I
I always
know.
thought, if you give them a clock, it's like long life, time.
Oh, time goes on. Okay, that's an interesting take. Apparently, it means your time is ticking down.
Oh, whoa.
So I look forward to when you are no longer on this earth. But here's another one for the lovebirds out there. Never give your SO a sharp object like scissors. Although who gives scissors, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Because it implies that you want to cut off your relationship with them. So avoid the unnecessary drama with your Chinese girlfriend or boyfriend and get them homemade long-ass noodles.
Or it could be a subtle hint if you want to break things off or like
true.
we're on a break or whatever.
Oh, that's true.
Just give them something sharp.
Give them like a massive gardening shears,
Yeah.
like the pruning shears.
A butcher's knife.
Exactly. Here you go.
Okay, my next one. In Korea, it's a bad omen to shake your legs as it symbolizes shaking off all the good luck and wealth you've had in your life or kicking away the good fortune to come. And especially don't ever jiggle your legs during the Lunar New Year unless you really want an unlucky and poor year ahead of you.
Okay, when you mean shaking your leg, do you mean when people like twitch?
Oh my god.
Like at the doctor's
That
office.
irks me.
And someone's like twitching
and
their
all
leg.
the chairs are connected.
Exactly.
The whole
Honestly, I hate it when people do that.
Or even if I see someone doing it at a restaurant and I don't even know them, it
just stop.
It just catches the corner of my
Exactly,
eye.
because you can like see it
Yeah.
twitching and it makes me anxious. So, okay, I've got one that I'm sure many of you guys are guilty of. Never take pictures in groups of threes.
Oh my god.
Which makes me question my entire life because how many friendship groups are in groups of threes?
Yeah.
So many.
Like my friendship groups are groups of 3.
Exactly. So the reason is the person in the middle would die first. So in Vietnam, this superstition has its roots in paganism, Confucian ideology, and Buddhism, where Japan has even featured this woo-woo-ness in their anime.
Oh my gosh. Okay, never again.
Never.
I'm taking a photo of 3. Okay, my next one. If you don't go to an actual salon to get a manicure and pedicure, it makes sense that when you need to cut your fingernails and toenails, you do it after you take a shower at night.
Yes.
And, after you've done your skincare routine.
Yeah, makes sense.
But according to Japanese superstition, if you clip your nails at night, you won't be with your parents when they pass.
What's the connection there? Clipping your nails and parents.
Yeah. So it's originally understood as clipping your nails at night will result in your premature death. And because you will already be dead yourself, you won't be around to see your parents grow old. There are quite a lot of theories as to how this superstition came about, with lots of them being quite gruesome, but the most plausible one goes a little like this. So, we have nail clippers and fancy tools to cut our nails these days.
Yes.
But back in Edo era Japan, they didn't have these types of luxuries. So when their nails got too long, they had to take a knife or some sort of other sharp cutting device to the delicate fingers and toes.
Gardening shears.
Yes, lad. Butchering knife. So working out in the field all day, they may not have had time to trim their nails during the day, so they would take a knife of some sort while sitting next to the light of a fire or under the moon.
Under the moon?
Yeah, well, that's the only source of light that they
can't
could
see
get.
anything.
Exactly. And sharp knives, plus darkness equates to disaster. And this only exacerbated by the lack of medical care and antibiotics during that day, death. Yes.
Death by...
Yes, because these wounds then turn into a fatal gangrene and voila!
Jokes on this superstition because I clip my nails on the train on the way to work.
If anyone has witnessed Sharon Jiang doing this on the train, I am sorry for you.
Yeah, that was definitely jokes. I definitely don't do that. But I have seen someone do this once. And can we please make that a superstition because it's so gross. Okay, here's one for the new mums or those who love babies. Juna.
I love babies.
Okay, so
babies.
Question to you. When you first see a baby, would you tell his or her mum how cute it is?
Duh! That's like the first thing that I tell them.
Okay, wrong answer. Because if you were in some parts of Vietnam and Thailand, the mum would be death staring you.
For giving her baby compliments.
Yes, exactly. Because if a baby is said to be cute, evil spirits will be tempted to come and take them away. So sometimes a coal smudge is applied to the faces of newborns to make them seem less cute. What you should say to the mum is, your baby is ugly cute.
Oh my God, I would actually get murdered if I tell anyone's
I know. That would never fly in Australia. Like, all the Aussie mums will be death staring you.
Okay, my next one. In Korea, it is believed that if you dream about pigs, you're in luck because this is considered to be a sign of good fortune. This is because the pig symbolizes wealth and luck, as pork was a luxury and reserved for the wealthy back in the days. Lots of Koreans go and buy lottery tickets after dreaming about pigs because it means money is coming their way.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm about to insert some pigs into my lucid dreaming.
Yeah, but this like makes me question.
Okay.
I'm born in the year of the pig.
Wow.
What happens if you dream about someone born in the year of the pig?
That might work as
People
well.
dream of me.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'll do. Tonight, you'll just be all in my dreams,
Oh
Juna.
my God, shame. I take back what I just said.
Oh my God.
That's so cringe.
So if I dream about you and then I
Yeah.
buy a lottery ticket tomorrow,
Yeah.
I'm going to be a millionaire.
Yes, totally.
I'll share some of the proceeds with you. Probably like $1. So there you go.
We've added a new segment to the potties, so please give a warm welcome to CBA College. You know, like your tutoring school, except don't worry, we won't keep you here for hours lecturing you about geometry and calculus. Instead, both of us will be sharing our most interesting fact of the week, so you actually walk away from this podcast having learnt something. Your fun fact of the week, Shaz.
My fun fact of the week has to do with Thailand again. So we're going to carry on from my fact from last week where I talked about Thailand. Here's another one for the Thais. You guys have a lot to be proud of. So, monkeys apparently have their own special feast in the town of Lopburi, I hope I said that correct, in Thailand, known as the Monkey Buffet Festival. So it's held once a year on the last Sunday of November and takes place in Phra Prang Samyot Temple. Uh-oh.
Remember, don't come at Shaz.
Don't come at me.
But then again, her Instagram handle is
Don't at me. So it starts with an opening ceremony that includes performances by dancers in monkey costumes and also involves giant spreads of fruits and vegetables.
Wow.
Honestly, our dream.
Wow.
So the monkeys then jump across the tables and climb onto pyramids of watermelon, durian, lettuce, pineapple. Honestly, I want to join in. How do I join?
Wait, so who brings all the monkeys together?
So the monkeys just live in this town.
Oh.
So it's a celebration of these monkeys called macaques. Don't at me again. And it's said to bring good luck to the area and its people. So the monkeys are already there.
Oh,
Yeah.
how beautiful.
I know.
I would love to go to Thailand to watch this happen.
100%.
You've never experienced something like that in Australia.
No, definitely not with monkeys. What about you? What's your fun fact of the week? And I feel like it's going to go with your theme that you've been kind of ramping up.
Yes, welcome to Gina's fun fact / disgusting fact of your day. You thought eating bugs or dogs was weird?
Oh no.
Try a sophisticated version of boiled eggs called urine eggs. So wee eggs.
What?
So these eggs are boiled for an entire day in the urine of boys under the age of 10.
Urine of humans, boys.
Boys, specifically under the age of 10.
Oh my God.
Locals believe they have a myriad of benefits, such as increasing circulation of the blood. Wow. So the dish is a long-standing tradition of Dongyang, and its practices date back centuries. The eggs have been listed by officials in China as a part of the region's local intangible cultural heritage.
Wow.
Yes. So let me run you through this whole
give us
concept.
a recipe, please.
Okay, so if you would like to whip up your Tinder date, a urine egg, here's how to poison them. No, you'll be giving them a myriad of health benefits, let's be honest. So the dish is prepared by first soaking the eggs in the urine of young boys. The urine is sourced locally.
Oh.
Then the mixture is heated over a stove. After boiling, the eggshells are cracked around the entire surface of the egg. Afterwards, the eggs are placed back into the urine. The used urine is then replaced with fresh urine, and the process is repeated. The soaking process allows the eggs to become cured in the urine as they are left to simmer. The entire process is generally a day-long endeavour.
Oh my God.
According to some recipes, different herbs may also be added to the marinade.
Like what?
When finished, the egg whites have a pale golden hue and the yolks turn green.
Ooh. Okay, when they say golden hue, they just mean yellow. Like piss yellow.
Yeah, piss yellow and green yolk. So the whole reason behind eating these eggs is all related to urine therapy.
Oh.
So urine therapy has been a significant part of traditional Chinese medicine for much of its history. In ancient times, urine was used as a means of enhancing the effects of medicine, although today the practice is widely viewed as unsanitary by many. But it is widely speculated that when urine dries, it crystallizes, resulting in a substance similar to a Chinese medicine that I'm not even going to try and pronounce. And this crystallized urine sediment is said to aid in the mitigation of inflammation and inflammatory diseases, as well as fungal infections of the skin and mouth.
Oh, okay. Does it taste like urine?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's like another version of the black century egg.
It must have some sort of a taste to it though, like some sort of a sour. I mean, I don't know, some sort of a thing.
Yeah.
Would you eat it?
You know what? I really love eggs. Love eggs. If that was given to me on a plate and it didn't have an odor of any sort, I'd probably eat it and just think it's a funky egg.
Okay.
But now that I know that they exist, no.
You should eat these eggs after you've cut your fingernails and you've got some sort of a fungal infection from the cutting. And then you order these urine eggs and you're all cured.
Yes.
It's fine. And that brings us to the end of another episode.
Oh, yeah. And I am going home cooking myself up 8 pieces of long-ass noodles and YouTubing videos of pigs so I can manifest prosperous pig dreams and sleep at 8:08 p.m.
Exactly. Whilst you do that, I'm going to get myself some urine eggs. Great dessert. Great entree. I'll do some of that.
If Shaz has stinky breath, you know why.
If I smell like piss, you'll know why. Also, from now on, I have a legit reason to tell those annoying people to stop shaking their leg. See you all on the Instagram at Crazy Biatch Asians. And good news, we're now on YouTube.
Intimidating.
All under the same name at Crazy Biatch Asians. We've actually filmed this episode, so you can go watch our beautiful faces on YouTube. Also, we are on TikTok under the same name, Crazy Biatch Asians.
We're just everywhere.
Yeah, basically. We're expanding.
We're going to show up in your dreams.
Oh, God.
Anyway, chat soon, gang. Bye.